Does it feel weird?
Does what feel weird?
You know, getting mic'd up.
Why would it feel weird?
Well, usually you're not on the receiving end. You're normally the one doing this, not the one getting it done to you.
I would stop while you're ahead, buddy.
I wasn't trying to be weird.
Who's being weird?
Well, Cameron is. I mean, Cameron's not weird. I was just making a joke that he is. You know what? I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead.
You've done so much great work throughout the years. I have no doubt this will be the same.
Thanks. I hated this guy so much. I'm going to make sure this is my best work.
No matter what, you always do good. Speaking of a good job, do you remember when you went to that Oktoberfest event and Kingsley made you dress up as a beer keg?
No way, I didn't know you were the beer keg.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a 20-minute shoot, but Kingsley made us stay for 6 hours.
Ugh, must have been tough with November cold.
Isn't Oktoberfest usually in September?
I don't care when it's held, as long as I never go back.
Aw, last time I went, everyone said they missed you.
They can keep missing me.
Well, anyways, let's go get him.
You should stop while you're ahead, too.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, What If I Did It? The show where we investigate the death of Daniel Kingsley, our former boss and former host of The Kingsley Show. As his former team, we believe the truth is more complicated behind his death. As a quick disclaimer, all death-related talk is fictional. I am your host, Maya Brooks, and today I am interviewing Cameron Bryce. Cameron?
Yes.
How would you have done it?
I'd probably just shoot the drunken bastard.
Firearms. How original.
You asked me how I would have done it. I just shoot him, clean and simple.
Okay, fair enough. Let's forget about the gun. You call Kingsley a bastard. Why?
Maya, you know as well as everyone else, Kingsley was a certified a-hole.
Well, maybe you could inform the audience on who he really was.
Sure. Kingsley was rotten. He never cared for anyone but himself.
How so?
Seriously?
I didn't know Kingsley that well, but before this episode, you mentioned an
Maya.
incident at an Oktoberfest?
No.
Please explain if you could.
Fine. During my first couple of years with Kingsley, I would go out with him on shoots and help cover events. We went to the local Oktoberfest to cover it.
What happened at the Oktoberfest?
We were only supposed to be there for an hour. It ended up being over 8 hours. The whole time, I was stuck in that stupid beer keg costume.
Why were you there for so long?
What else for? The alcohol.
I don't follow.
Oh my God, Maya, the man was an alcoholic.
I mean, that makes sense. He died from alcohol poisoning. But I just thought it was really suicide.
So you didn't know?
No, I mean, I knew he liked to drink, but not to that degree.
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't think I would ever mention this publicly, but the guy had a cabinet full of liquor. He mostly drank scotch, but he'd drink anything if it gets him buzzed.
So he was just drinking the whole time at Oktoberfest?
Pretty much. I just followed him around. I kept trying to tell him we needed to leave, but he said, I just gotta try all of them real quick for the show. At that point, the cameraman had already left. We were still there because Kingsley wouldn't leave. The only way I was able to leave was because he blacked out, and it was easier to drag him than walk with him.
Wow, Cameron, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy he's dead. But I would never kill the guy. I knew him for over 5 years. When we first met, he wasn't like this. He was kinder and more, well, sober.
Cameron, do you know anything that could help us with our investigation and to figure out who really did all of this?
I don't know. I knew him for a long time, but he kept his personal life to himself, like who his friends were or his romantic life, if he even had a romantic life.
Doesn't seem like the charming type.
Not with how he treated women. Actually, now that I think about it, I guess I got one thing. Evan was the newest intern and was mostly just Kingsley's errand boy. I'd say he was the closest person to Kingsley in his final days.
Well, folks, it sounds like our next interview will be with Evan, our intern. Until next time on What If I Did It?
Hey, Maya, can we talk real quick before we go out to everyone?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
I know this whole show is a way to help us float on funds right now, but you don't think one of us really did it? I mean, the guy was awful, but, I mean, look at us. We're just a production team, not killers.
Oh, I was just trying to set up for the next interview. But what if one of us really did it? I'm just joking.
You know, you may just be as crazy as Kingsley was.
And look where that got him.
Dead and hated?
No, successful.
You nearly just gave me a heart attack.
You're touching the right side of your chest. That's not where your heart is.
Whatever. I need your headset. You know what? I just...
So you're interviewing Evan next. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you about that, but after what Cameron said, Evan seems like the next choice. So Evan, if we don't hear from you by recording time, that means you did it.
If Evan killed Daniel, I'll eat my shoe. He's weird, but not murderously weird.
Well, I guess you might have to eat your shoe.